Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
American soldiers will have to bear the brunt of the major assault upon Germany, perhaps in the next 6 months, surely in the next half year. December 6, 1943 is therefore a sober occasion for all of us, a day of atonement, sacrifice, and prayer.
Command of the cross-channel invasion, known as Operation Overlord, was the most coveted command in the war, perhaps in all history. If the operation was a success, the commander could take much of the credit for defeating Germany. The decision on who would lead the Overlord force would be made by President Roosevelt. The obvious choice for the position was Army Chief of Staff George Marshall. Marshall had long been the force behind Overlord and was the one responsible for its birth.
The announcement that General Marshall has made a tour of the Pacific War theaters has resulted in a new wave of speculation on the choice of a supreme military commander for the imminent invasion of Europe.
Most suspected that Marshall would be Overlord commander, and General Dwight Eisenhower would return to Washington as Chief of Staff. As pressure grew to announce an Overlord commander, opposition to removing Marshall from his post as Chief of Staff was also increasing. And on December 24th, Dwight Eisenhower was named Supreme Commander of Allied Forces in Europe.
The commander selected to lead the combined attack is General Dwight D. Eisenhower. He knows by practical and successful experience the way to coordinate air, sea, and land power.
A few hours ago came President Roosevelt's announcement of the Commander-in-Chief for the long-awaited European invasion. You can imagine what good news this is to London. I haven't been able to make a personal survey yet, but reliable agents tell me they're toasting Eisenhower and the United States Army Air Force all over the town.
Allied war chiefs meet in London to plan the strategy of invasion. In Supreme Command, General Dwight Eisenhower, with General Sir Bernard Montgomery as Chief of British Forces.
I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.